So yesterday that was my fault. Okay, first off, I'm just gonna let before I no intro at all. Yesterday was my fault. I'm gonna sit here and tell you that today was not my fault. So I am apologizing to everybody. Look, we are a work in progress. Welcome back to the I Snuck In Here podcast, top 50 cartoons of all time. Today we are doing 25 to 1. So we're gonna get to number 1 and get to the top. But I thought Drew was a problem yesterday with the lateness. But when you actually find a motherfucker that is from Hollywood, it's a problem. So, we had to wait. We had to get his agent on the phone. Again, he had to make sure his hair and makeup was fine. But we got him. Elton E. Williams, I'm gonna call him Tony all day, is somewhere backstage. But before we bring him, because in his contract he has to be last. We're gonna bring Cirque Money to the stage, my partner in crime.
Yo,
my boy. What's up, man?
I got some threatening inbox messages about the 50 to 26. A lot of people said that we was tripping, that we was missing this cartoon, that cartoon. So if there's enough time on tonight's episode, we will do an honorable mention list.
We will do an honorable mention there, and there's a disclaimer before I bring Elton to the stage. Darkwing Duck was supposed to be in the top 25. It was a typo on it on the list. So Darkwing Duck would have been 25 on it. So just when you see we start at 24, that's because Darkwing was 25. But before we get into it, without further ado, our special guest of the day, let's bring him to the stage, Mr. Elton E. Williams. Let's see where you at, Cuzzo.
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Hey, I want to apologize. That's on me. That's on me. The plane landed late. They rushed me right in here. The limo broke down on the way here. I had to change time myself, but I made sure to make it here in time for the people to get it done. But I apologize. That is on me.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all love. Look, this is the only thing I can get. We've been trying to finish the Batman series for 3 months now. I can't get his ass to record that, but he was like, "Oh, top 50 cartoons." He's like, "I'm getting it."
We talking cartoons. I can show up for that
now. One cartoon. Hey, but before we dive into it, so we had the episode yesterday. What is some of your thoughts on yesterday's list?
Listen, I'm looking at the list. Oh, by the way, I got my bowl, and so we don't have any copyright infringement. I got some cinnamon toasters because it's not like the real thing. But
no, we don't need that.
Might need to bust out some cereal. Talk about these cartoons real quick. Yeah. So here's my top gripe on the 50, on the 26 to 50. First of all, Animaniacs didn't make the top 25.
Hey man, the list gets hot. I love Animaniacs, but it's gonna get thick.
Hey, Tony, it was some bias going on with your cuz list. There was some bias going on with that list now.
I don't make the rules.
Look,
all I gotta say is DuckTales and Darkwing Duck.
Yeah,
Darkwing Duck. Like I said, that was a miss. Darkwing Duck is technically the 25th one, so we are including that.
Okay,
but Animaniacs,
go ahead.
Animaniacs is it's not there. I'm sorry. Look, I love it, but it just couldn't, based off what we're talking about, longevity, theme music, and gender, that it didn't have the longevity. I think Pinky and the Brain has a longer longevity than Animaniacs, but yeah. So, but you know what? Without further ado, let's look. We're running late. Let's get to what we need to get to.
Okay.
Let's get to what we need to get to. The first one, I'm just gonna start with the theme, with the theme song, and then we'll go from there. So let's hit that theme real quick. Maybe. I swear, every time, fire the engineer. You know what I'm saying? Just fire him. Hold on, 2 seconds. Let me reset.
Hold on. Do I need to grab
You know what? I just noticed that. Oh, don't make me go
What?
downstairs.
You gotta go downstairs. We
I'm
are.
just saying he represented with the Thundercat sword. I left my Thundercat sword downstairs.
No,
Just,
you got one
like,
too?
of course I have one. Of course I got my
Of course, he has a Thundercat one. All right, I fixed it. I fixed our technical difficulties. All right, let's start with the theme. Look,
Thundercats.
all right, I ain't trying to get copyright infringement.
Okay.
Look. That's one of the joints where you gotta let it ride, but we can't let it ride. We can't let it ride. Okay, Thundercats. Let me get the Thundercats off your face. Thundercats is number 24. Now I know that Thundercats is near and dear to your heart, Tony. So I'm gonna let you start it off on your feelings on this cartoon.
Yeah. I will applaud you by putting it in the top. 1 through 25. But for putting it at dead ass last, you a hoe. You a hoe for that. I said, it's the best cartoon of all time. I'm gonna go ahead and start to say that right now. The characters all unique. They all had badass powers. Storyline, where they came from. It's just hands down incredible. The song itself just makes you excited. It just makes you excited. It gets your heart pumping. The villain. It was like a villain from a movie. It was adult and childlike at the same time. Go ahead.
Okay, Cirque Money, you own the Sword of Omens as well, so I'll pass it to you.
One thing we got to mention is one of the voice actors. I believe it was the grandfather from the Cosby Show.
From the Cosby Show, yep. He's
Earl
Panthro.
Hyman. He was Panthro.
He's Panthro.
Yeah.
That right there alone, just that iconic voice. I always thought Thundercats were black. Maybe that's just me, but I thought they were black.
Yeah.
I thought they was all black growing up.
Panther was clearly the black
one. For sure was. Panther was for sure. Yeah. I think Kumara probably had something in there too.
She was mixed. Yeah.
She was mixed.
Chitara was probably Dominican. Chitara was Dominican. She was probably Dominican. But look, here's my thing. Let me tell you why Thundercats is 25th, because I knew I was gonna catch some heat for this.
Yeah.
I also love the cartoon. I love it. But we had to take the bias out of it. If there's gonna be some similar cartoons on this list that's deeper in, and you're gonna cuss me out. You already called me a hoe already, and you're gonna think it was biased. But the reason being is that if you take away that logo that's like tattooed on people and stuff, if you take away that Thundercat logo, it's not relevant anywhere. You can't go to a theme park and see a Thundercat. Kids don't know who Thundercats are. It's nostalgia to us, but in as far as how long did it go, it didn't go far. They haven't made any movies. They keep trying to reboot a cartoon, but it doesn't last.
I wrote 2 versions of the film script. If anybody's watching, so the movie's ready. We just need to be greenlit.
Yeah, and they should, because nobody else is making a Thundercat movie. But that's the reason why it's so low, because while some of the other properties have moved on and did its thing, Thundercats, in our hearts, yes, amazing. But past that, it just doesn't have legs to stand on, unfortunately.
Let me ask, Tony, if you don't mind me asking you a question. You said you came across a script for it already, right? In your opinion,
he wrote the script.
Wrote the script.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
so in your expertise opinion, do you feel that the movie needs to be made with practical effects or CGI?
I would love for it to be as practical as possible. Unfortunately, I don't think you can really do Thundercats fully without using CGI. You can do as much as you can with makeup, but you probably have to do. It probably needs to be closer to.
CGI.
What was that?
I think CGI, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know it's gotta have some CGI on it, but like, I mean, how good CGI is now, it could work. It couldn't have
Okay,
worked 10 years ago. But I mean, I think you can do a lot with makeup. I'd like to be a blend of it. You know
okay,
how they take people now and they make them look 20 years younger, how they
yeah,
were like that. It'd be something like that.
okay.
What do
No,
you
well,
think?
that was Thundercats. So I know we was gonna hover on that one. 24 Thundercats on that. And again, like the only reason why um it's so low because again the longevity of it and the list is just gonna keep getting thick. It's just gonna keep getting thick on it. So let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. Let's play the theme.
We're tiny.
We're toony.
We're all a little loony. And in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. We're comic dispensers. We crack up all the censors. On Tiny Toon Adventures, get a dose of comedy. So here's
Ain't trying to get kicked off the live. Ain't trying to get kicked off the live. But look, I'm telling you now. This isn't Disney, but I don't know Warner Brothers and Disney and in that particular era of putting the writers in a room and giving them all the good drugs. They were in their bag with theme music. They were in their bag with theme music. And the concept of Tiny Toons, of taking Looney Tunes and making it for a new generation, was just perfect. This is something that you came after school and you watched it. And as soon as you watched this, you watched Animaniacs. But you needed this one to see Animaniacs on it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a couple ahead of Animaniacs. So you're saying, well, Animaniacs is low. It's like, well, you got to put Tiny Toons ahead of Animaniacs.
What's so crazy is it only had 3 seasons.
They only had 3 seasons.
The
That
three
is
most
crazy.
important seasons of my life.
The most important seasons of my life was the Tiny Toon Adventures. But their characters, I don't know if the characters are still known because they're so close to the originals, but Matt and Elvira or Elmira, what's her name, and Plucky Duck, not Daffy Duck, Plucky Duck. Like, it was a great show. It was a great show.
Freakazoid was a spinoff. Freakazoid, Pinky and the
Freakazoid.
Brain.
Oh, really?
Also Animaniacs. So it did have some good spinoff from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say they did a really good job of taking like the original Looney Tunes characters and like changing them, but making them like, oh, that's supposed to be Porky Pig, Porky Pig's his niece or whatever it is,
Hey Tony, look, we're gonna pause you, my man. I don't mean to interrupt you, but let's turn your headphones off.
Off.
Let's turn them off.
Turn them on.
Turn them off because they muffled.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep
talking
talking. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh no, you did something. Whatever you just did, you sound better.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
I took one headphone out.
Well, that one was fucking you up.
All right, we good now?
Yeah, we can. You was muffled. You was super muffled last time.
Oh, okay. Put that headphone. Now I'm gonna say Tiny Toons, Animaniacs was a little more adult. The humor was, I remember being whatever age I was. And
God damn it. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Take them both out. I hate them both. I hate every single one.
Is that better?
Oh, there you are. There you is.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's do that. The people need to hear you.
Good. They do need to hear me. I'm saying some good stuff. But I still think Animaniacs should be ahead of Tiny Toons because while it was the original, it was Animaniacs was so adult and the themes and like you would get the joke like, oh, that's a grown up joke. I get it, only kind of, because it's so deep.
Yeah, it definitely Animaniacs definitely had that. You know, a lot of shit that we missed because we wasn't ready for that joke type of stuff.
Right.
I hear you on that. If we're talking about adult, then I hear you. I'm not mad at it. Look, like I said yesterday, when I'm done arguing with people, I'm just gonna leave it at if you like it, I love it. Okay. You want to admit it, and Animaniacs is in your head, then that's fine. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent like that, but let's move on to the next one. See how y'all feel about it.
We need that remix too.
I don't have the remix. Hey man, Mr. Tommy Pickles, the Rugrats, the Rugrats, Nickelodeon. See, we ain't heard from you in a minute. Go ahead and break it off.
This was one of those shows when you watch it now as an adult, it kind of relates to just what Tony was talking about. There's a lot of hidden messages in Rugrats that as a kid, you just laughing that shit out. You ain't thinking nothing of it. But this cartoon was talking about divorce. They were talking about death. They were talking about one parent losing a job and the other parent being a bread earner. This cartoon was really ahead of its time to be coming out like 91, 92. And it was just one of those shows on Nickelodeon where as soon as I heard that theme music, if I was outside, if I could hear that theme music from the window, I'm coming in the house instantly because I want to see what adventure they about to get into. And I couldn't stand that little goddamn Angelica. She was a hater. She was the number one hater on the show. And she was always hating on my girl Susie right there, the only sister on there. She was always hating on Susie.
Hey, and Susie was played by Freddie from A Different World.
Cree Summer.
Yeah, Cree Summer.
Goddamn Angelica hating on her cousin Tommy.
And remember before Tony kick in, and then they had the adult, not the adult, when they were all grown up. It was called All Grown Up. So they were like, they weren't babies, and they looked weird as shit as kids though.
They did.
Yeah.
Wait, they were how old? They were like
12 or some shit. Like, they were still kids, but they were just weird.
Kids look weird at that age.
Yeah, well, yeah, they was super weird though. But yeah, anything you want to say about the rug of the rat?
Rugrats was cool. It was like you said, it had some those deeper themes. It was like, oh yeah, I liked it. So I still think I'd move it further down and listen to these other ones, but Rugrats was good to me.
Well, all right, okay, no more Rugrats. Next one up. Now this one here, that's coming up. I don't have no theme music to it. It is what it is. Like this is now you want to talk about jokes that went over your head because you didn't understand as a kid. This show, there's no way we should have been watching this shit, honestly. When you look back at some of the things that they did in Ren and Stimpy. What was Ren cut? He had like a saw and he was cutting something. He was cutting some wood in between Stimpy's butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And as I did that, I missed the whole thing as a kid. Like none of that like hit me until you see them scenes now and it's like this show is crazy. This is definitely made for adults.
The documentary on Ren and Stimpy, the creators, the animators, they would have two sets of steels. They would have one set that they would turn in to Nickelodeon for the FCC to be like, oh, okay. And then they would secretly put in the steals that we all saw on TV. And you talking about people that were put in the room and giving a whole bunch of drugs. Watch that Ren and Stimpy documentary. They was in there getting booted up, baby. That's the reason they was coming to all this crazy stuff.
You can tell.
I gotta watch.
nuts.
Yeah, I definitely gotta watch. I gotta watch this documentary on this. And you remember Nickelodeon in general just came out with like their a documentary because they was doing all types of nasty stuff and the shows were inappropriate. So this just fits the Nickelodeon bill of shows. But it's a classic. I have the Ren. I have the Ren Funko Pop. I'm still looking for the Stimpy Funko Pop.
I did not like Ren and Stimpy as a kid. I thought it was so weird. I remember it just going, the fuck? Like, what? Why am I watching this? Maybe I was a little bit older, so 2 years older, so I was like, I got what? What was happening? And I was like,
yeah, you started catching it.
I don't feel comfortable with this. Yeah.
He said, I don't feel comfortable watching this in front of my mama.
Right. That's gross. I know what you're doing. I know what that's supposed to be.
I don't want to do this no more. All right. Then the next one. So if y'all watched yesterday, then we had Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats ranked. And it was like the reason that Heathcliff couldn't go any higher was because of another cat. And he was also orange, but he was a little bit more famous, He had the Saturday Morning on lock. He had the comic book strip that was more popular than Heathcliff. So there's Garfield. Right. Now I'm gonna start with Garfield because I know C doesn't like Garfield. I'm not saying that I love Garfield, but what connects me to Garfield is that this is the first cartoon character that I learned how to draw. So I can draw Garfield and I can draw Taz with my eyes closed. So they were just really easy to draw.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony.
No, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So
if there was a criteria for this list,
yeah,
you said theme music,
yeah,
how both genders connected to it, and longevity, right? I don't see how Garfield resonates.
They just made a Garfield movie 3 years ago with Chris Pratt.
They reboot anything.
Okay, hold on. Did they reboot Heathcliff?
No, they ain't got the right script yet.
Oh, okay. They haven't rebooted Heathcliff. They haven't made a Thundercat movie. Like Garfield, hate him or love him, he is the number one cat.
I like about Garfield is he eats some goddamn lasagna. That's it.
Hey man.
Right.
Hey, man. But just because you don't like Garfield doesn't mean people don't like Garfield.
I never liked Garfield. I never got him. Heathcliff. I love that. Watch that show all day. I agree with you about the lasagna thing. That's the best thing about it.
I also agree that I preferred the Heathcliff cartoon better than Garfield. I think all three of us are in agreement on that. But you are not about to sit here and lie to me in my face and tell me that Heathcliff is more popular of an IP than Garfield. It's not.
Okay. Can I give an example in movie terms?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Garfield would be Armageddon, and Heathcliff would be Deep Impact.
Impact. You're right.
Okay. Now just follow it. Just stick with me.
Yep.
To me, just me, Deep Impact was a more centered and rooted film. It was something that I was able to connect with easier compared to Armageddon that was all these, whistles and bells and blah, 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 and all this. And I'm really supposed to believe that oil drill men are going to save the world by drilling the asteroid. And I know I'm going all over the place, but just because it is more popular at the time doesn't mean that it's actually better.
Right.
Garfield is not better than Heathcliff, and it should be there high on the list.
I would have, if that's the case, Gargoyles would not be in the bottom 26.
Why you
They
gonna
would-
go like right? Go right.
No.
Stop, man. Why you gotta do that?
If I'm just listening to you, Gargoyles is going to be in the top 10 for me. Like, but I cannot sleep well at night putting Gargoyles in the top 10, knowing it's just for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Your podcast. But yes,
I mean, I'm going to sleep fine. I mean, I'm going to sleep fine. I don't give a shit what nobody else thinks, but I'm trying to be a better person. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to
all right, let's move on. Let's move on from Garfield because everybody hates him apparently. The next one up, you know him, we love them. You know those little blue guys, the Smurfs.
Why is it only one female with the Smurfs?
Look. Okay, before you get nasty, we're going the same way. First of all, Papa Smurf, right? Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
Where Mama Smurf at?
Right.
And why did Gargamel have to make Smurfette? Like, how was these Smurfs being born? And what kind of, because remember when they dropped Smurfette into the village? Because she was a bad guy at first, and everybody was all Google-eye over Smurfette.
Yep.
Wow.
That means that means there's a hormone in them. They need to procreate. Like, there is
Right.
where all these other Smurfs come from.
I don't know. But I know Vanity Smurf.
He said Vanity Smurf.
What's Smurf out there? That one with the flower on his head. I remember watching him like, he's weird.
What if Vanity Smurf took off his hat and he just had these flowing locks and he was a chick the whole time.
Oh, man, you know they can't get too woke.
He's more to fit in. Like,
I don't know. This Smurfs is a classic IP. They still making movies, even though that last movie bombed. It's a classic IP. Everybody knows the song, even though I couldn't get the music. But la 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 la, I'm not gonna do it. You know, like of course, this is another psychedelic cartoon. They're literally living in mushrooms. Like this is somebody was taking some acid and they was like, do you see the little blue person? And then there was somebody that was writing scripts. Is like, that's a great fucking cartoon.
Right.
And let's do it. You know, there's no blue people in your corner right there, but they made a cartoon off of it. So the Smurfs, I don't want to stick with too long, but they're an iconic IP that we had. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to remember what they did every day. Like Gargamel tried to get them, and then they just lived in their village. What was
they just lived in their village, minding their business, and then Gargamel just came out of nowhere and was like, "I hate y'all. I hate everything about y'all."
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's right. First second.
Yeah. So let me pull up my next one. I gotta find the there it goes. All right. So the next one is a current one. It's a current one. We had to throw it in. Let's start with the music. Let's start with the music.
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values
On which we used to rely.
All
Hey,
right.
can we put a slight asterisk next to this?
Tell me why.
Okay, is it technically is it an animated adult show or is it a cartoon?
Right. Same question.
I hear you, but it's animation. I hear you. The criteria isn't childhood cartoons. The criteria is the top 50 cartoons. Like,
Okay.
but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But this one is specifically made pretty much for adults, even though kids are still going to watch it. But this is more adult theme. But I get what you're saying. But no, you gotta throw Family Guy in because this one spawned what? It spawned Futurama. It spawned what's the
Cleveland Show.
American Dad? Yeah.
American Dad.
And Stewie is this almost iconic as a Bart Simpson as a character.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
so it gave you like it hit all the criteria's need to make it an iconic cartoon.
Mhm.
My favorite episode of this damn thing, there is an episode where Peter is looking out the window and there's this damn giant chicken. And the giant chicken looks in the kitchen window and Peter sees the chicken and the chicken sees him and it's on sight. They start fighting, and I'm not lying. This fight scene is about 7 minutes, no
I
dialogue,
know what you're talking
just
about.
just
Um,
Peter and the chicken fighting through town. And
Right.
it's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It definitely got some iconic moments to it like that. Everyone knows about that. But yeah, Family Guy. Yeah, like I had the same question. I'm like, is it a cartoon or an animated TV show? But yeah, through according to your criteria, we can throw it in there.
I don't make the rules.
I enjoy shows like Family Guy, especially in today's society still, because these are the shows that aren't afraid of being canceled. These are the shows that are still allowing creators to have full range, and it's not about, oh, I'm going to offend this person or offend this person. It's really about telling a story or telling a joke. And sometimes there is a lot of truth in a joke. So I appreciate shows like Family Guy for not scaling back or saying, oh, you know what, maybe we should turn it down some and stuff like that. So I definitely think it deserves to be on the list. I'm glad Q just explained that more thoroughly, because I was getting confused for a second in terms of cartoons, like childhood cartoons or cartoons in general. So
Just
now I know
cartoons.
it's just cartoons in general.
Family Guy is the equivalent of like going to like a stand-up comedy show. Like, if you don't offend me, you didn't do your job.
You didn't do your
Like,
job.
I want to watch an episode of Family Guy and get offended, like by something in there. And if you go if you go watch Family Guy and you're like, oh God, what did I just watch? Then this ain't the show for you. Like you shouldn't be watching Family Guy.
Right.
All right, we moving on. All right, this is an OG classic coming up. Let's hit that music. Oh, let's hit that music. Hit that music. Okay.
Yo, Joe! He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there. It's G.I. Joe against Cobra.
Fucking hated this cartoon. I just
Wow.
What?
First of all, I didn't know you hated G.I. Joe.
Blasphemy. That is blasphemy.
Look, I loved Cobra. I hated it. Was the Joes was just corny to me. Like I remember going over your house, Tony, and you had all the action figures and shit, and like Snake Eyes and all that shit. I just maybe because it tried to kill me. It's the problem that I had. So if y'all remember, at the end of each episode of G.I. Joe, there was like a the more you know type shit.
Right.
And at the end of this one episode, there's a girl drowning in a pond, and Scarlet is like, okay, all you have to do is kick your legs and do this with your arms and you'll swim. And sure enough, the little bitch started swimming. So I took my ass that couldn't swim to the YMCA. I was like, Scarlet just showed me how to swim. Hopped my little ass in that pool. I did not swim. Almost died, almost drowned. They had to pull my little ass up out that pool so quick. And but G.I. Joe told me, and knowing is half the battle. No, knowing is not half the battle. Actually, knowing how to do this shit is the full battle.
You telling me half how to do this is the battle.
Yeah. You don't give me half-ass directions talking about
I do know. That's the one thing that they told her afterwards that I remember so clearly. The figure eight. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I got that. Never learned. I still think about it when I'm in the pool. I'm like, all right, so all I got to do is that never works.
It never works. It never works. I'm going to die if I listen to G.I. Joe. I'm going to die.
But yeah, so first of all, yeah, that theme song does not resonate. That shit, like it doesn't. That doesn't sound familiar to me. I remember the words. I remember it from what I think it sounds like, but not. That's not the
That's it.
real cheat.
It's a different G.I. Joe theme music. You probably thinking of a different one.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So I'm like,
That's the OG one. That's the OG one. But now what I will say though, I did hate it, but I did love not the movie with The Rock. I'm talking about the cartoon G.I. Joe movie.
oh yeah,
Cobra.
That is fire. That cartoon is fire.
Yes, I'll watch that right now.
Yes,
We never find out who is G.I. Joe though.
and G.I. Joe is all of them. G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
G.I. Joe is everywhere.
A blanket term talking about general. What's it? General issue. Joe is military people. People in the military.
Yeah.
basically.
They're all Joes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right, okay. Moving on. Let me get the Joes off. I mean, I get it. It's still classic, but the reason that G.I. Joe is so high, because we did all watch it. The funny thing about G.I. Joe, I don't know why, but G.I. Joe came on at like 7 a.m. So I would watch it before I went to school. Like before I went to school, G.I. Joe was on TV.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, like what was the thought process of putting this on so early?
Well, Transformers was too, wasn't it?
Yeah. How do y'all feel about them being in the same universe?
G.I. Joe and Transformers?
Yeah.
That's just a toy ploy. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. It's a toy ploy. You feel me?
Did they cross?
Well, you saw in the last Transformers movie.
In the movies, they're trying to merge.
They
Yeah,
officially synced. Yeah.
yeah, they're merging the universes with that.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, cartoons are just for toys. I mean, that's what it is. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is kind of a big dog. This is a big dog. This is a big dog. Now we're in the thick. Okay. We're talking 90s and we're talking Spider-Man. This one here is some of the greatest. Like this is when I was literally going to the comic book store every Tuesday to pick up my comics. You know, I'm watching this on Saturday mornings, and then I'm going to the comic book store and getting my comics. And this has the best representation of classic Spider-Man villains. Yeah. This is where you're introduced to Doc Ock. This is where you're introduced to the Green Goblin. This is where you're introduced to the real Venom, not the shit that you see in the movies now.
Morbius, Blade.
Yeah.
Blade. Yes. Blade.
Prowler, Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
We even had the crossover episode with the X-Men. We had the
Avengers.
We had the Avengers. We had the real Madam Web.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony. What you got?
No, I mean, yeah, Spider-Man. Here's my thought, because yes, I remember all that. And I loved it, and it was at a time with X-Men and the Batman and all that, where it was a prime time for it. For some reason, I always felt like Spider-Man fell a little short. It fell a little short, maybe because I think Spider-Man's kind of boring as a hero. I was like, I don't care about Spider-Man. His villains, I'm like, I don't really care about most of you. I thought the Morbius episode was kind of cool. I never really got into it, and they didn't sell me on Spider-Man. I didn't like him until Holland played.
Tony, I was rocking with you. I was rocking with Tony until then.
Wait, so you said you didn't like him until what?
I mean, until the maybe when Andrew Garfield played him, and then Tom Holland, like in the movies. I've never cared about Spider-Man. I'm sorry. And this cartoon, I'm like, I wanted to like it more because of X-Men and all the other shows. I'm like, I should love this, and I kind of just I watch it and I kind of like it, but I love it. So
He said, but I don't. It's okay. Hey, man.
It's okay.
Hey, man. It's okay. Like
It's
it's
okay.
it's okay. If you don't, if it ain't your bag, it ain't your bag. G.I. Joe wasn't my bag. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right. Well, we gonna move on. He's still Spider-Man though. Like he's the one Marvel character that's guaranteed to sell $1 billion at a theater.
Well, one quick thing.
Yeah.
Fox and Marvel played us so bad when they ended Spider-Man the animated series, and then we all left for the summer. We getting ready to go back to school, beginning of school year, Saturday morning, same time slot, but it's not the same Spider-Man cartoon. It's Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah.
All new animation, all new storyline. They thought they was slick. They thought we was dumb and naive kids. That shit only last 13 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what their thought process was with that. But yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next one. This one's close to my heart right here. I ain't gonna lie. This one's close to my heart. Number 14. I mean, number 15 is Dragon Ball Z. Look, I don't care if you don't like Dragon Ball GT or anything after Dragon Ball Z, but I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z up to the Majin Buu saga. Like, first of all, before I even go to the Majin Buu saga, Dragon Ball Z and the Frieza saga is some of the best. I'm not even saying cartoon. I'm talking about some of the best storytelling ever. It didn't just happen overnight. You're talking about a anime that was, I don't know how old Dragon Ball was, and then they came out with Dragon Ball Z, but it's like 15 years or some shit.
It took almost a whole school year for us to get through the Frieza saga.
But and then so when Goku turns Super Saiyan for the first time, like, so now he just turns into everything. Now it seems like every other week there's a new formation for Super Saiyan or whatever. But when he first turned Super Saiyan and Vegeta
couldn't do
it. First of all, Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. He's one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Like, it's Vegeta. Like, I connect with this man. He gets his strength is his rage. He's like, why the fuck can Kakarot, Goku, do all these things? And it seems like he's not trying, and I'm putting my all in, and he merely levels up over his hatred of how easy Goku can do it. I love it, but he shines, and all the time he needs to shine. Like, Vegeta's my boy. I'm sorry, I love Dragon Ball Z. You're not watching any of these current animes. If there's no Dragon Ball Z, you're not watching One Punch Man or what's some of the other shit that's out.
Naruto, Bleach.
You're not watching anime, because a lot of people that watch anime now, they're like, oh, Dragon Ball is stupid, blah blah blah. If you don't have Dragon Ball, you don't have the other ones.
You don't have the others.
That's the granddad. Okay.
That's why I got it tattooed on me. I got the 7 Dragon Balls tattooed on me. Anytime I need some money, I say, oh, it's time to make a wish. Come on.
He rubs his tongue. I need some money.
So, someone I showed them this list, and they were like, I mean, you got Dragon Ball, but you don't have Pokemon in it? I have anything to say. You got Pokemon? Is that the same world? No.
Pokemon is more popular because of the damn card game.
Sure,
yes. It came out with a cartoon. Pokemon came out with a cartoon, yes. But Pokemon is more popular because of that card game than that cartoon.
Yeah, man. I forgot they even had a cartoon.
And if you were here yesterday, you know I don't play with them card games and the Magic Gatherings and the Yu-Gi-Ohs and all those nerders. All those nerders, I'm talking to you nerders that'll go out there and pay $2,500 for a damn Pokemon card. Go get a job, get off your couch, do something with your life, and don't pay attention to all the comic books in my background. I go to work. Okay?
I got a job.
I got a job, and you don't have one, nerder. Can't stand them.
The ER.
Now moving on to the next. Y'all done pissed me off talking about these. Ooh.
Come on, Vegeta, let's go.
Yes. All right, this one here is a classic. Next one's a classic. Y'all ready? Let's get the theme song ready. This is a classic. That ain't it.
Oh, what you got something going on after this show, Q? What you got going on after the show there?
That was the remix. Do I have the real?
You got that.
I got it.
George Jetson. He's for Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife.
Hey, if I'm being real, before I let y'all jump in, if I'm being real, this is probably one of the most important cartoons of all time.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's one of the most important cartoons of all time. It's because everything that we do in life today, the Jetsons was fucking doing it already. Like they FaceTime, they did it. I literally have I got a RoboVac in my living room. I call her name is Rosie. Like, so we got the robot maids, we got the dishwashers. None of this stuff existed when they made this cartoon. Like the only thing that we don't have is flying cars and our apartments living up in the sky. That's the only thing we don't have.
Deluxe apartment in the sky. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Tony.
No, I hear all that. The cartoon is low key boring, and like who cares about the Jetsons? I get it. It's kind of it's fun to think like, all right, we have the Flintstones, let's do the opposite of it and go to the future. But it's just the typical American family from the 60s or whatever they were trying to do, broaden the future and what if, and who cares? Like you're gonna sit down and watch.
You said who cares to the Jetsons? Like the Jetsons are not iconic.
It's a show idea, a good fun little idea. If there was a Jetsons, if there was 5 episodes of the Jetsons that were coming on right now, would you sit down and like, I gotta binge this? I don't have anything to do today on this Sunday. You gonna watch all 5 episodes?
I might. Do I have some tequila?
No.
Oh, didn't know. But if I have some Captain Crunch berries. If I have some Captain Crunch berries and some time, if I have some Captain Crunch berries and some time, I can make some time. You know what I'm saying?
I might get to a whole episode, maybe.
Okay, I got a question.
Go ahead.
If it wasn't for it being a contrast of the Flintstones, would we even still give it that same credibility?
Right.
Like, let's say hypothetically, there's a world where there's no Flintstones, but we just have the Jetsons. Are we still gonna give it that same praise?
No, because the Jetsons is great value Flintstones. Even though they're on 2 different spectrums of the timeline, it's great value Flintstones. Matter of fact, let's hit it.
Yes.
Now I like that.
Now,
There we go.
number 13
Now
is the Flintstones. Number 13 is the Flintstones. Yeah, Jetsons ain't fucking with the Flintstones like that at all. It's not even close. You got Dino. You got Dino. Listen, look, and I mean this. They should repackage Flintstone Kid vitamins for adults. It should be for adults now because kids don't know what the hell Flintstones is. We know that. That should be our shit.
Absolutely.
Flintstone kid vitamins should be just us. It should be for like joint pain at this point. Like
Okay. Yes.
that's what the shit should be. Like Flintstones is like kind of you got Wilma, you got Bam Bam, you got Pebbles.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
now if your daughter's naming Pebbles now, she's probably a stripper. People are still naming their dog Dino.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, iconic. This is one of the most iconic cartoons for sure. Absolutely deserves its place. And Jetsons just rode its back and somehow landed right next to it. I don't see how that happened. But yeah, it's Flintstones is iconic.
Yeah,
Definitely good.
you had the Flintstones, and then you had what up, Eric? What up, Eric? You got the Flintstone kids that they came out. They had that spinoff, Flintstone Kids.
Yep.
You had the movies with John Goodman.
Mhm.
Like, and it's
Rosie
still
O'Donnell.
it's
Damn.
look, hold on, but Rosie O'Donnell effed up
Yeah.
Betty. Come on, man, because Betty supposed to be bad, bro.
Yeah,
Betty bad, and you put Rosie O'Donnell as Betty. That blew me. Luckily, they had Halle Berry as whatever her name was, but
A made up character. But they just threw
a
her in
made up
there.
character. And I'm glad they made her a character. Because,
right. Yes, they did.
yeah, because
Yeah.
that saved it. That saved
Yeah.
it. Hold on a second. Let me bring this in. We moving on, but yeah, Flintstones is definitely the as far as the Hanna-Barbera cartoon go.
Yeah.
But seriously, if anybody from Hanna-Barbera ever sees this, please make us some adult adult whatever I'm talking about. Why can I spell right now? Oh,
Maybe with this next choice, you and Cuz y'all can finish y'all debate.
Oh no. Well, he's about to be all about this one. So let me let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play the theme. Let's go ahead and play the theme. Let's go ahead and play the theme. Got it somewhere. What? I'll be losing my mind. I'll be losing my stuff. Actually, I don't have the theme for this one. So that's why I was like, but anyway, let's pull it up. So number 12. Number 12 is Batman, the animated series. Batman, the animated series. Okay, Tony, you have the floor.
I mean, look, it's probably the best representation of Batman introduction to all of the incredible villains that you could have, right? Like has some adult themes, but also was interesting for kids. Just every episode, I felt like I was watching a little mini movie. You know, I was just like, damn, I'm watching cinema right now as a kid. You know, like they took all these villains that you may have heard of, and they made them hella interesting. Like, I want to see them on screen now. It's fucking, I can't believe it's. I think it should be way closer to the top. But you can tell
When we originally made this, I actually flipped. Spider-Man was originally ahead of it, and I thought about. I was like, I said, "There's no way Spider-Man's ahead of Batman the animated series." I had to flip it. Go ahead, C. Go ahead, C.
Yeah, no, Q was adamant on that. He called me in the middle of the night. He was just like, "No," he was just like, "We can't do this to the people. We got to put Batman higher." Batman the animated series for a lot of people is their first depiction of Batman. From a commercial appeal, those who never even got the comic books, they started reading comic books because of this cartoon. From the beginning, the intro music, that composition,
yes,
it brings you in for orchestra music to bring in adolescents from the age of like 7 to 13 and get you locked in. And on top of that, every episode, like you said, seemed like a mini movie, and don't let them bless you with a part 1 or a part 2. My favorite episodes of the animated series is Night of the Ninja and Day of the Samurai. Those 2 episodes of Batman the animated series are some of the best episodes out of the whole series. And let's not forget, it spawned Superman the animated series. It spawned Static Shock. It spawned Justice League
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
But-
All
Mhm.
starting from here.
But look,
Yeah.
also the biggest thing, it's almost like they created their, you know how like Deadpool came out of nowhere with Marvel. Now Deadpool's like Marvel's,
Harley
you know,
Quinn.
thing.
Right.
But look, Harley Quinn is spawned from Harley Quinn was not in the comics. Harley Quinn came from Batman the animated series. Yes, she did not exist in comics until this cartoon.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
you had Mark Hamill play. I'm going to say the greatest Joker of all time. So you had arguably like one of the greatest Batmans with Kevin Conroy, as far as his voice, anyways. And then you had Mark Hamill voicing the greatest Joker.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I know, like everybody has a debate on like who's the best movie Joker, but if I could throw in the animated Joker, it's not even
Right.
close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
It's not
I
even
agree
close.
with you.
The Batmobile, I loved it. Like I loved it. The only thing I would say I need people to stop capping about is everybody's like, oh, the Mask of the Phantasm, that movie that came out. It's one of the best Batman movies
No.
ever. It seems to me it's just a longer episode of the cartoon. Like it's it's the best Batman movie of all time. It's not.
Nah,
It's-
that shit mid. That shit.
yeah, it's mid. It's super mid. But other than that, this is great.
Yeah. I mean, look, yeah, man, I already said it, but the villains. I've never seen any movie or TV show introduce villains and make you care about them. Just you want to see more about them. You know, I clamored to see them in a movie or something like that, and you know, they haven't barely touched the surface, but we got to see them here, and I would watch it right now.
One of my favorite episodes, and Tony, you know what the hell I'm talking about. When all the villains are like sitting around telling stories. And then he says, I threw a rock at him. Like, what was that, Killer Croc? I threw a rock at him. And I don't know why that shit stuck with me because it was so funny because they said all the things how the time they almost got Batman.
Right.
And this dude said, I threw a rock at him.
And he built up the story too. Yeah, that's why was how I almost got him. Yeah.
I almost got him. Great show. Great show.
Mhm.
Great show. Like, great show. Now, this is, you want to ask the reason. Okay, so why isn't Batman in the top 10? Clearly, it's fantastic. And the reason it's not in the top 10 is because that last criteria, that gender, you're not putting today, yes, but don't think about today when comic book movies come out left and right. Think about the 90s when it wasn't as, you know, everywhere. This was for the dudes. Like this, we watched this. There was no girls watch this like that. Like it just wasn't. And that's the only reason Batman ain't cracking top 10 because we couldn't get the gender on there.
All right.
And
Okay.
that's why this next one is in there. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let me hit y'all with it. Great theme song, by the way.
Are ya ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants!
then drop on the deck.
SpongeBob SquarePants is number 11. Look. I'm just wearing the shirt. It's what Target had, okay? And in match the episode, I'm not this big ass SpongeBob SquarePants, but SpongeBob SquarePants is a massive IP, and boys and girls and adults watch SpongeBob. Wendy's just had the crossover where the sandwich in SpongeBob is the Krabby Patty, so they just made Krabby Patties at Wendy's, even though it was just a Wendy's burger. So I was a little disappointed with it. But like it's a big thing. SpongeBob SquarePants, adults literally watch this show. Go ahead, C.
I don't like it. Um, when I was working at TCF Bank 100 years ago, I had to dress up as SpongeBob and walk in the aisles of Jewel to try to get people to sign up for a checking account. So anytime I think of SpongeBob, I think of embarrassment, and I think of walking around with that goddamn costume on. But I can understand why a lot of people like it and resonate to it years later. A lot of iconic voice actors, but just isn't my jam.
I understand. You know what it is? Before Tony, before I let you go, you know what it is? It's a watered down Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
It's a water. It's like I can't come out with Ren and Stimpy today. I can make this one that's a little bit more kid friendly. I can kind of throw some adult jokes in there, but I'm not going to cross the line with it.
Right.
But that's what it is. Go ahead, Tony. I'll let you finish it.
No, that's the same thought. I don't think I've ever really seen a full thing of SpongeBob SquarePants, but I get that same feeling like it's cringy. It's kind of like, oh, I feel you seem like there's some weird ass adults trying to put your little weird mind.
Yeah.
It just seems creepy to me. It doesn't seem fun. It's not fun.
You know what a SpongeBob is to me. What's that one comedian chick, the white girl, Amy Schumer?
Sure.
It's the Amy Schumer of cartoons. You know, like a comedian that's just trying too damn hard to be funny.
Sure.
Like you're trying really hard to be funny, but you're trying so hard that it's not funny to me. That's what SpongeBob is to me. It's popular as shit. I'm not gonna lie. You can't deny it. None of us like it, nor should we. And I would judge you if you did.
Yeah. Good. So then why did it make our list this high?
It made it because it's not just about us. Okay. How long ago did you work at TCF Bank, sir?
Me?
No. Yeah, what was that? 2002.
Okay, so 20 plus years, right? You was walking around as a damn SpongeBob mascot.
Yeah.
And this show is still going strong. It has not slowed down. It just came out with a movie 3 years ago.
Yeah, thank you for making me feel my age. Thank you.
I used to work at TCF Bank. 22
Oh,
years.
he said me too. All of y'all was in the damn Jewel. What up, Drew? What up, Drew? Oh, that way. Hold on. That's Quinn. Drew on there. Quinn put can't believe you put on the SpongeBob over Batman. I didn't look. I don't make the rules, my boy. You got to get the gender. The reason that SpongeBob is above is because of the gender. Only boys was watching Batman. Boys and girls watch SpongeBob. To me, is it over Batman? No, it's not. Like, don't act like I'm sitting here loving SpongeBob more than Batman. I don't. Like,
I mean, look, you can try to defend yourself all you want to.
Wow.
You did.
You stay my boy.
It's diabolical how y'all try to do me. I'm trying to be non-biased.
No, listen, man, you got a number coming up on the list that you said it had to be ironclad, and I ain't dispute with you against this one. This is coming up. When you hit this number, when you get this name, Tony, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, we are officially into the top 10 now. So before we go over the top 10, let's just rehash. So off air, won this award off air, Darkwing Duck 25, 24 Thundercats, 23 Tiny Toon Adventures, 23 Rugrats, 22 Rugrats, 21 Ren and Stimpy, 20 was Garfield, 19 was the Smurfs, 18 was Family Guy, 17 was G.I. Joe, 16 was Spider-Man the Animated Series, 15 was Dragon Ball Z, 14 was the Jetsons, 13 was the Flintstones, 12 was Batman the Animated Series, 11 is SpongeBob. So now we are into the top 10 cartoons of all time. I don't make the rules, people. Don't send me hate email. I don't have time for it, and I won't answer it anyway. I won't. All right. The next one, we will start with the theme song. Let me get SpongeBob off here.
Please.
Okay. He said, please do it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I
Sure.
mean, you gotta put the chipmunks on there if you're gonna do it. Like, there's reasons we talk like this today. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Like, the chipmunks are all-time classic characters. So, lots of somebody else, lots of your mamas don't lie to me. Like, the chipmunks are top 10.
Okay, I'm back.
I didn't know where that was coming from. I was like,
Yeah.
what's that?
The chipmunks. I mean, the chipmunks. You had and okay. So with the criteria again, you had a classic. You had a classic theme. You had a good theme song. You had the gender because they had the Chipettes as well as the Chipmunks.
Mm-hmm.
And then longevity. They're still making Alvin and the Chipmunks movies to this day. So this is something that's just staying there. He says Chip and Dale is above Alvin than the Chipmunks. Not with longevity. Not with long. I can't give you that. I can't give you that. I love Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That's an iconic spot, Drew. But I can't do it. These are legends right here. Put some respect on their name. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I mean they're all wearing turtlenecks. Whatever that means. Oh, that's fine. No, like you said, Alvin and the Chipmunks, they've been around since like the 50s or something like that, or 60s. Like,
Literally.
it's classic. You said they got the Chipettes in there. Everyone knows about Alvin and the Chipmunks. I accept it.
Damn it. Now that you said it, like, why are they wearing turtleneck dresses with pants underneath? Like,
Right. Why?
there's no reason for this. Because if you can, tailor a custom sweater and a custom hat, and they have shoes. So if you can custom that, there was no reason to give them turtleneck dresses.
Not one reason.
God, lead us. And dang, I'm you know what? Now that's in my head. Sir, what you got about Alvin and the Chipmunks, man?
Alvin need to lead them other two ninjas and go solo. He don't need them backup singers. I was more of a Chip and Dale person also. I mean, we talked about this yesterday, but because they're still making Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, I think the last one just came out probably like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, Chipwrecked.
Right.
They always do financially well. So for some reason, people just still love hearing those sped up voices and hearing them sing the same songs we didn't heard everybody else sing. You know what? Alvin and the Chipmunks reminds me of this damn show called Glee. They get over singing songs that we all.
But hold on. Alvin and the Chipmunks has, and I'm not even like talking shit. They have like one of the all-time classic Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Like they literally play the Alvin and the Chipmunks version of Christmas Time Is Here, like every year.
The music industry is complaining about AI now. Well, Alvin and the Chipmunks was doing this shit 30 years ago.
Right.
Same goddamn song, just speeding it up. I can see why it's in the top 10 though.
Yeah,
it has to be in the top.
I get why it's in the top 10, but
it has to be in the top 10.
It doesn't move me. I don't think it's moving anybody.
Yeah,
but I get it.
A lot of the things that because I think I hear what the problem is with y'all. If it didn't come up in the sweet spot of y'all childhood, y'all are not feeling it. But that doesn't mean that it's not important in the big picture of things.
I feel like most everything you chose was in the sweet spot
in our childhood. Yeah,
you didn't choose anything.
No.
a lot.
On yesterday's episode, there was definitely a lot that wasn't in the sweet spot. I can't help it that Disney got in their bag with Tailspin and all that shit and made the most iconic music when I was 12. That's not my fault.
Not my fault.
Okay.
Yeah,
So let's move on. Number 10 was Alvin and the Chipmunks, Argue with Your Mamas. We are moving on to number 9. This one does not have a theme. It doesn't have a theme song that's worthy, but it hits on the 1 and 3 strong enough to make the list, and it ain't going nowhere. This is Tom and Jerry. This is Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry gave us some classic episodes. You had, first of all, Tom is not the villain. Tom is not the villain.
Jerry is.
Jerry is 100% the villain.
Yeah.
Most of the time, Tom is just chilling in the house until back then everything was racist. So you had the mammy where you just saw her legs, you didn't see her top half and face and nothing like that. So you had mammy that kept go get the mouse, Tom, and Tom like really didn't want to do shit, but she didn't told him to go get the mouse, so he got to go get the mouse. And sometimes, and my favorite stuff is when Tom is flirting with the white cat, and he's minding his business, and Jerry like, you know what? I think I want that cat too. And what be pissing me off is that the cat takes Jerry every time. Like, but Tom and Jerry is a classic cartoon. I'll let you have a seat.
Do we have an image of Tom wearing that zoot suit?
I can get it. Hold on.
Rolling up, he had the zoot suit rolling up that cigarette, and he was saying, "Is you is or is you ain't my baby?"
Yeah. I would say that Tom and Jerry, I think it earns its spot because it's been around forever. They weren't talking during this,
Nope.
Most of this, they talked at some point, maybe, but like they was running around just antics, and it was very funny. As a kid, like they weren't saying anything. There was no lines, but just like the slapstick humor of it all, it worked. It was hilarious. And
again, my favorite episode is when Tom was a cowboy.
Yeah,
he was going to the white cat again. He was going to the cat, and he had Jerry. He already caught Jerry. He had caught Jerry, and he had pulled him out, and he was rolling a cigarette. He made Jerry cigarette. He lit the cigarette. I shot it with his pistol to light it, caught it in his mouth, pulled on it, and then puffed the air, and it said howdy in the smoke. You can't do that today. You can't do that today. You cannot do that today. But like that's what I think. What I love about these old school cartoons is that it's just unfiltered. See, check the screen.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Is you ain't my baby.
Like Tom was that dude, man. Tom just wanted to have fun, man. And Jerry,
he kept the clothes hanger in the suit, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, but Tom and Jerry.
That's funny. Yeah. It was perfectly placed. Good job. Wow.
Yes, Tom and Jerry number 9. Let's take them off the screen there. For it. Number 8. Okay. All right. Number 8 is my number 1.
Yeah.
Number 8 is my number 1. Let me bring it in. We'll start with the theme music. Play me my theme music,
This how I passed the SATs.
Right.
Because of the theme music.
All right. Here we go with the theme music.
Oh, that's not the real one.
I gotta let this ride. I'm sorry. If we get booted, we get booted.
Get it out of me if you want to.
All right. God Dang
Now
it.
that's not the original one though.
That's
No,
the
that's
only
not
one I can get on this damn thing, but you are right. Because they have X-Men 97, but the other one has a little bit more deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
It's thicker. It's thicker.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you get the drift.
I mean, no notes. No notes.
No music needed.
Yeah. I mean, it might be the best, you know me and Thundercats, but X-Men was the only one to be like, well, I mean, you know, they battled for top spot for me. But
Y'all see. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
No, I say keep going. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I texted you the other day because I was watching the beginning, first few episodes of the show. And it's so well done. It introduces these characters right off the bat so clearly, makes them so interesting. It kicks the shit out of X-Men 97. I'm sorry, I was like, this just they did it right the first time.
Go ahead. See, I gotta finish this one off because this is my shit.
X-Men the animated series made me have confidence as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was disabled anymore when I watched this cartoon. I thought I was a mutant. And the way that this show shaped me throughout my life, it will always be number one. I taught myself French because I loved Gambit so much. That's how influential this show was to me. To me, there is no flaws. There is nothing that I can ever think bad about this show other than it ending prematurely. But this show connects with us all.
This show. Okay, first of all, let's just talk about the storytelling overall. The high-reaching story arc with Morph alone, even though Morph wasn't even a character in the actual comic book, the character was Changeling, but they made Morph for the comic. Eventually, Morph does get to the comic, but Morph is from this thing. But just that overreaching story of Morph dying and then eventually coming back. To have the audacity to take Beast and put that motherfucker in jail for the entire first season, just like, you know what, we're gonna put Hank McCoy just on special appearances. It's crazy. And then I remember I was in Memphis. I know exactly where I was. I was in Memphis. I was at my Uncle Paul, Auntie Francis' house, visiting, and the Dark Phoenix Saga came out, because the Dark Phoenix Saga came out, and they also had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when they got their new Zords, and they had it come out on prime time. It didn't come on Saturday morning. It came out at night. And it was what was the Dark Phoenix Saga, like a 2-part episode, 3-part? A 3-part episode of the Dark Phoenix Saga. And I'm telling you, this is the comic books. I got it. They're behind me. Like they just read the comic books and they was like, okay, turn that into a cartoon. Turn that into a cartoon.
It's done.
And for my life, I can't understand why nobody, when they started making X-Men movies, didn't look at this show and be like, let's just make that.
Do that.
And put it on screen, instead of turning into a Wolverine fest for 20 years. Wolverine was the star of this show. Now, I know you hate X-Men 97, Tony, but this what I tell you that I appreciate about X-Men 97 is that it's not the Wolverine show. Wolverine is a side character in X-Men 97. When I tell you, even though we're talking about the original, but X-Men 97, that scene with Rogue and Gambit is one of the greatest X-Men cartoon scenes of all time. It is one of the greatest cartoon scenes of all time. When Magneto slaps that Sentinel thing with a damn train. Look, but X-Men, let me go back to the OG though. X-Men, and it was one of those first cartoons that like gave you a continuous story. Like it just didn't keep rebooting. It is fantastic. It's my number one right here. It's my number one.
Agreed. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah,
I don't even.
no notes.
No notes needed. Okay, let me pull up the next one because I don't want to leave this one though, but we got to.
We shouldn't. We'll come back to it.
I don't want. I never leave you. All right, let me play. We do have a theme song for the next one. Let me take X-Men off of the screen, but man, always in my heart. Always in my heart. All right. Next is boop.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Fighting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Breaking.
In a half shell and they're green.
Now, go ahead, C.
I'm sorry. These different versions of these theme songs. It's like claws on the chalkboard. I'm
Listen.
sorry, it's killing me.
Agreed.
Listen. Copyrights.
You do what you can.
This is what I can get. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go to YouTube, but it's harder for me to pull up. We have to wait for a commercial every time I pull up YouTube.
It's not you.
It's not you. It's not you. It was me. It was me. But look. First of all, before we dive into it, I just want to know. Okay, Corey, which turtle were you? Because everybody was a turtle. Which one were you?
Donatello.
Oh, I already know this for Tony. Tony, who are you?
I was Donatello.
You was Donatello. I was Michelangelo. I
would think you were a Raphael, and I would think you would be a Leonardo.
Raphael. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you why is that. I'm gonna answer that question for him. Why he thinks you're a Leonardo? Because you need to change your brand.
I'm boring. Boring is what you're saying.
Nope, you're not boring. You're not boring. You need to change your brand. You need to change your brand to you. Motherfuckers thinking you out here Leonardo, and you ain't Leonardo. You know Leonardo. And the reason why you think I should be Raphael is because I have got meaner as my adult life has grown. But as a child, I was actually pretty happy, and I just wanted pizza.
I just wanted the pizza.
I just wanted pizza, and I wanted the party. But as I've grown older, yes, I might be a little bit more Raphaelish. But everybody has their favorite turtle. But Ninja Turtle is, I mean, look, it's an iconic IP. From the arcade game where you could pick one of the turtles, and then they made the arcade game and they put it on the consoles, to all the new cartoons, to Michael Bay trying to fuck up my childhood making those whack ass turtle movies. But the OG turtle movies, the OG turtle movie,
the New Line Cinema ones.
Yes, New Line Cinema turtle movie. Yeah, it's classic. Like. And again, everybody knows who the Ninja Turtles is, from kids to porn stars. Like you can find some type of cinematic event with Ninja Turtles.
I love that's the bookends, kids or porn stars.
Yeah, that's the spectrum.
Now,
there's no in between.
Outside of the Turtles, did any of you guys have a favorite character like Casey Jones or Rocksteady Bebop or Shredder?
I always thought Casey Jones, I always wanted him to be a little cooler than he is. Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's my guy. Probably because he had the mask like Vega. I always wanted him to be cooler than he was.
Hey, before you go ahead, see, let me speak on that, because Casey Jones. Y'all remember the episode that Casey Jones had to go undercover, and he went to a job interview to get the job, but the motherfucker still had the Casey Jones mask on.
Yeah.
And he still had his golf clubs with the stuff, but he's undercover because all he did was put on a suit. Like, you can't make this shit up, but it's classic. My favorite out of them was Bebop and Rocksteady. I'm mad that they haven't really done them justice in like the movies.
Now is Battletoads a spinoff of Turtles?
Nope, it's Great Value Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay, what can we do? Let's do Battletoads. And then they had Battletoads was tried to be a fake one. Biker Mice from Mars tried to be a fake.
Mice from Mars. Street Sharks.
Yeah, all those shows they were trying to get in on the turtle buzz. But yeah, Ninja Turtles, man. Go ahead, Tony.
The show was great. Everybody loved it, and it had the world in a chokehold for a second there, for a while. But I will say, as an adult watching it versus as an adult watching X-Men or the Batman, Batman the animated series, like it doesn't have the same, it doesn't pull the same as those still pull. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying, Tony.
I agree.
Yeah. When you're talking about longevity, that's why I would put those way higher, because like I can sit down and watch those now. But, all right, this shit was even better than I thought. Versus if I watch Ninja Turtles, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that being cute, and now it's a little cheesy.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But the cartoon movie that came out recently, the one that's just TMNT, that is a really good cartoon movie. Like it's really good. Like I don't care about the Michael Bay live action ones, but that's really good. Okay. All right, so that was number 6. That was number 6. Let me get the turtles off the stage, and let's bring up another one that is very near and dear to a Negro's heart. If I can find why can't I find none of my stuff, man? What? Hold on. I had to YouTube this one because this one definitely has a theme. Hold, please. Let's do this.
This is 5, right?
This is number 6.
Oh, okay.
This is number 6. All right. I got it. Gotta get past the ad always. All right, here we are with it.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy
Number 6. Look, Transformers is number 6 on the list.
Real quick, that theme song sucks. Was it always that bad?
It always sucked monkey balls. It always sucked big monkey balls. Yeah, more than meets the eye, but it was. And the only reason it's engraved in my head is because I had the box set. I had the entire season on DVD. The entire show on DVD I have. So I had
way worse than I remember.
It's pretty bad, but Transformers Day is it's in here because it's still one of the biggest IPs that's out right now. It's classic. So this is what I was talking about when I was like, Thundercats and Transformers. Yes. Did you like Thundercats or did you like Transformers? Which one? They could easily go neck and neck. It's just that Thundercats didn't keep like Transformers did. Transformers got multiple shows. Then the movies came out again. Michael Bay fucking up my childhood. That Bumblebee had a spinoff movie, so he's back as a thing. You literally have yellow Camaros with Transformer logos on it. You have regular cars with Transformer logos on it. Like it's still a thing. And if you go to Universal Studio, pictures with Megatron.
Yeah,
like it's just it's a massive. I think
he got infected with the Decepticon virus.
Gotcha.
I'm definitely a Decepticon.
But yeah. I mean, Transformers is great. I think if you're gonna put Transformers at number 7 or whatever we're on, you got your Nerf and Thundercats at 24. But that's okay. Your favorite gets to be here, mine doesn't. That's fine. But yeah. I think I get what you're basing it on, the longevity and in social social zeitgeist, but I think it has to do with like, do I want to sit down and watch it today? Well, I still think it's a good show. You know?
Now, hold on. Before you say that, I just recently started back watching Thundercats. Have you tried to watch Thundercats? It is pretty fucking cheesy, especially episodes 1 and 2.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. They I have the box.
And why are they naked?
I mean, they're cats.
Yeah.
They are like, I was so shocked when I turned on Thundercats episode 1 and they sitting there buck ass naked and they didn't put on clothes until they had to go to Third Earth. I'm like, you didn't want to put on clothes.
Commentary on society with I don't know.
Naked ass cats. It is some freaky shit seeing these naked ass.
Oh God.
But look, okay, and then because we're still on Transformers, let's not lose focus. And then there's Transformers the movie, the cartoon movie in the 80s. First of all, one of the dopest like songs for a damn cartoon movie is in there. And then for them to actually have the balls to kill Optimus Prime in that movie. Spoiler alert from 1989. Yes. And then to promote Rodimus Prime, Hot Rod. I loved Hot Rod. I hated how he looked as Rodimus Prime though, because he turned into like an RV. It was like, bro, you was just like a dope ass Hot Rod car, then you turn into an RV. That's your leadership car, is an RV. But for them to have the audacity to kill Optimus Prime is wild to me, even though we know it was just to sell toys. But it was crazy. Megatron turned into Galvatron. Like, this is great.
That was okay. Let me ask you this. Now, you guys seen that movie Battleship that came out about what, 7-8 years ago? That
Rihanna?
Yeah. That just seemed just like another Transformers movie.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with like the game Battleship. It totally went left.
So Hasbro owns Transformers. Am I right or wrong about that?
You are right.
Now, Battleship is also in Hasbro. Now, I know we talked about the G.I. Joe thing, and this is totally left. But is Battleship within the Transformer world as well?
It would make more sense because you could just be a sailor on a battleship and Transformers start nose diving from the sky. Like, if they're in the same universe, like that would make more sense. But I don't think we'll ever. You smoking weed or something? Because that was like a weed question. Like you.
No, man. No.
You got an edible or something like that? He's like,
no.
Yeah, he's like, hear me out. Hear me out. What if the battleship?
No, I just thought I would tap into my Terrence Howard mode. You know, Terrence Howard, he be trying to connect weird shit together. But that's
okay. All right. Let's come on. Let's
wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up because we are in the top 5 now. We're in the top 5. All right. Now this one here is a classic. Look, this is not when we grew up, but we got to talk about it. I'm gonna play the theme music, and then we'll go from there.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? We've got some work to do now. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo is number 5.
Makes a lot.
It's Scooby Doo. Like I was never a fan of Scooby Doo. I didn't care for the movies they made with Freddie Prinze and his girlfriend. But with that being said, they still make they make Scooby snacks for dog treats. They keep making iterations of this cartoon. It keeps coming out.
Yeah.
Velma.
Yeah.
Every Halloween, you are going to see a sexy Velma.
Sure.
It's crazy because it's so funny because look at the screen. Look at Velma and look at Daphne. Like don't know. It's wild that nobody wants to be Daphne.
Daphne.
They said, fuck the one that actually looks good. I want to be Velma. Velma looks like remember Pat from Saturday Night Live?
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
But everybody wants to be sexy Velma. And they just came out with like 2 years ago, they came out with a Velma cartoon.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's very bad.
And it was woke agenda.
Oh, really?
You gotta ignore and see when he starts woke. That's when like his red hat almost comes out every time he says that word. Just ignore him. Just ignore him when he says woke. It's okay. Okay, but yes, it's a very bad show. But the point is that this cartoon from the 70s, literally from the 70s, is still very much going on strong, like with no stop.
Yeah. I mean, I think Scooby-Doo is iconic. You have the idea of the bad guys ripping off the mask and it's somebody from earlier in the episode. That's they use that. That's proliferated other parts of the TV shows and movies and things like that. But that idea. I get why it's up here. It's not
look in my head. I kind of say it in my head. I don't say it out loud, but in my head, like when something doesn't work out, I was like, I would have got away with it too if it wasn't.
Right. People say that
wasn't.
So Scooby-Doo works well the same reason that Batman the Animated Series does. It doesn't have an actual age on it. It doesn't have like a time. Mm-hmm. Like you can't definitively say, oh, this takes place during this year. That's the reason why shows like Batman the Animated Series and Scooby-Doo do so well, because you can't age it. When you can't age or date something, it becomes a classic instantly.
Yeah. I agree. We're in the top 4.
All right.
We're in the top 4. Now we're in the nitty-gritty. Now, certain money gonna say there was shenanigans, that the vote needs to be recounted. But again, argue with your mama. I don't care what nobody says. This show was going to be in the top 5, and there was nothing you could say about it. So I'm going to play the theme song for it, and then we'll bring it up and talk about it.
The hurricane hit in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woo. Every day.
Look now, number 4 is DuckTales. I don't give a shit what nobody says. Theme song alone.
What's in the top 8?
Top 8.
Yeah. Theme song
alone. Great bad guys and villains. Spawned Darkwing Duck. Launchpad started in DuckTales. He moved as a sidekick to Darkwing Duck. The first superhero, Gizmo Duck. I'm surprised that we didn't get a Gizmo Duck spinoff cartoon. Was Gizmo Duck ever in Darkwing Duck? I think he might have been like a couple episodes.
He was.
Yeah, Gizmo Duck. So they're a cinematic universe.
Yeah,
first and foremost. You had those burglar dogs, the granny and the burglars that kept getting out. And tell me anybody else who can swim in a pool of money.
I can't swim in a pool of water.
I can't swim. G.I. Joe told me I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to go to a bank. I'm gonna put my vault in my backyard. That's how much money Scrooge McDuck had.
And people quote that, talk about that in movies, TV shows,
rap songs, all of it.
Exactly. Like
I just got one question because I never was able to put it together. Are Huey, Louie, and Dewey his nephews or his like grand relation?
So they are the nephews of Donald Duck, right?
They're Donald's Donald's nephews. So they gotta be Uncle Scrooge is their grand nephew.
Uncle?
I mean grand uncle? Great uncle?
Scrooge is the uncle of Donald Duck, right?
Scrooge is the uncle of Donald.
and then they have
Okay.
Donald,
Yeah, and so there's a brother or a sister somewhere that we've never seen. Because I don't think we've seen their parents.
which is hilarious.
Well, because they're bad. You know what I'm saying? They're bad.
Yes, they just drop them off.
Drop them off at the fire department. You know,
Right.
they won't ask no questions. They're bad, but you know, it seems like they gave Uncle Scrooge they revitalized his life. You know, they gave him purpose.
Yeah,
You know, he wasn't doing nothing. So it seems like he helped them and they helped him. You know what I'm saying? It's a sweet
There we
story.
go.
It's a sweet story. But again, I was telling yesterday that the room that Disney in 1991 or 1992 that they stuck those writers in that room and gave them a big bag of weed and blow and liquor and just told them to write and come up with monster theme songs. Because when you have Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, all these songs are bangers. Bangers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
again argue with somebody else about it. DuckTales theme song is just
Notice how he had to play it 2 times.
Yeah, I think it lives up there around 9-10 though. Yeah,
man.
I don't know. I don't think it breaks 5. Okay.
DuckTales. All right. Moving on from DuckTales. Top three. Number 3 is controversial. I can hear people arguing about it because the same reason that you argued about Family Guy.
Mhm.
So I understand why this is brought up, but again, we have to think about like why Beavis and Butthead made it and things like that. So this one here, let me get it. Hold on. Eventually, it's gonna upload. I hate my internet; it's so bad.
I tell you this, it's worth over $1 billion.
It's worth over a billy. The number 3 cartoon of all time is South Park. You Killed Kenny. Chef and his salty balls.
Yeah.
You had R&B legend Isaac Hayes playing a damn cafeteria chef in this movie.
Right.
It's still on today, and it's still so controversial today. You literally have the president of the United States, which actually this is not a far stretch. If it was anybody else, it would make more sense. But the current president of the United States is beefing with this cartoon.
That's hilarious.
Again, like I said, if it was like any like grown-up president, that would be a big deal. But
this one's
it's okay. It's okay for this one to beef with a cartoon. But like Cirque said, it's worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
So like you have to put this on there. Go ahead, Tony.
I mean, South Park, it does one of the best jobs of being satirical, you know, of any show, period, right? Like it points out things that are happening. It's like you almost learn news, you know, news for a few months or whatever from South Park. You're like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. And they do a great job of not just pushing an agenda. They really kind of pick on both sides. Where you can be like, you know, it kind of makes fun of both, which makes it, you know, it's kind of a clear way of thinking of it. And it's funny
it is literally like I love how you said that. It's they stay in the middle. Now, whatever side is doing some stupid shit, they are going to talk about you. Like they're going. My favorite episode before I let matter of fact, I'll let you go ahead and see, and then I'll speak on it.
I actually don't have that much to say about South Park. I just look at it from a logistic standpoint. I remember that it was cooking when we was in high school, and to see that Paramount and Skydance deal went through for over $1.9 billion over something that they started in their house. I get motivated off of things like that, right? So I try to take that out of the whole dichotomy of South Park. I don't actually like the show. I never was a fan of it. I probably would watch it every now and then just so I could not have that fear of missing out on certain episodes. But it wouldn't be in my top 100 in terms of like what I like. But I understand it from a logistic standpoint.
Yeah. No, I no, I hear you. I hear you. Like it's not my third all time favorite, but it's dead iconic. My favorite episode of South Park is there's an episode where the entire town goes to hell. They die. And I don't know why they had this thing about Saddam Hussein being Satan's like sidekick or whatever, but that was just a joke. But anyways, the entire town goes to hell, and then one person will be like, "Well, I was a devout Catholic my whole life," and then the next person, "Well, I was Mormon. No, I was Buddhist," and then the other person said, "Well, I was Muslim," and then Satan looked at him, and then he had a list. He's like, "The correct answer was Mormon." Mormon was the correct answer. Because they didn't understand why they all went to hell. They was like, "No, I did everything right." No, Mormon was the correct answer.
You know, the writers of this grew up Mormon, right? Or at least they grew up in and around Mormon. I'm not sure if they were.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. So because they also wrote the Book of Mormon, which is a musical that like it's rough. if you are Mormon or the faith, but it's funny though. But yeah,
if you guys haven't seen, if you want just a funny ass cartoon movie, go watch also by them Team America.
Oh my God.
Team America Saves the World. It's puppets. It's not even a cartoon. It's they're puppets. But it's one of the funniest fucking things ever. And I don't know what the hell. Every time Matt Damon got on the screen, he's like, "It's Matt Damon." Like, anyway, it's not funny because I just know it, but in my head it sounds funny. But if you go watch it, you'll know why that shit's funny. And Alec Baldwin is, see, that's what I'm saying. Alec Baldwin is the bad guy. You know, he's super left on, you know. So and Alec Baldwin is the bad guy in this movie. So it's great. It's great. All right, let's go. Let's we're at the top two.
Right there now. Okay.
We're at the top two. Let's play a theme song for number 2. Number 2 is Looney Tunes. Because it is. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's Bugs Bunny, it's Daffy Duck, it's Wile E. Coyote, it's Tweety Bird, it's Roadrunner, it's Sylvester the Cat. Like, it's from the 30s? Like, no, when? How old is Looney Tunes?
Yeah, 30s, 40s, something like that.
Yeah, it's like it was black and white first. It was Porky Pig. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
And you know, Porky Pig was the original star until they created Bugs Bunny, and they was like, "Oh wait, people like the bunny better." Again, like, these are some of the characters that I drew. Like, I learned how to draw first, and like it was still iconic. I know where C about to go, so I'm gonna let him have it with it. So go ahead.
What, in terms of where it's placed or the overall show?
No. Just like some of its iconic things in like.
Oh man, I mean, just think of the Roadrunner, right? Yeah. And the Coyote. They're so popular, they've made it into insurance commercials. Like, when you see an insurance commercial, you see those two. They've transcended, and Looney Tunes have been put into hip hop with fashion with the Clothing line Iceberg.
That's where I was going.
It is so crazy how something that was created almost 100 years ago does not have to change.
Nope.
You can still make the same type of episode that they did in the mid 30s, and people would still laugh their ass off today the same way.
Yeah, if you
That's how
made
you know you got it correct.
if you made the exact same episode, maybe you make it high def, maybe you just redo the cell or something and make it high def, but don't change the story at all. It's
Right.
still funny as shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No. I agree with you on this placing.
If you're telling me you didn't have a Looney Tunes shirt or something, like remember the shirts when they had the crisscross because they had the stuff on backwards, they had the saggy jeans and they had the hat backwards, but it was the Looney Tunes, like the Looney Tunes. And then the Looney Tunes spawn Tiny Toon Adventures, that spawns Animaniacs, that spawns Pinky and the Brains. That like it's you can't do it without the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
so, yeah, Bugs Bunny. You can easily make a argument 1 and 2 all-time cartoon characters. Number 1 being Mickey Mouse, number 2 being Bugs Bunny.
Easily.
Yeah, like that's an easy argument.
And there's 1,000 strippers out there. They got a Tweety Bird tattoo on them.
There is a 1,000.
Right.
Like there is 1,000 of them. All right, then the number 1. Let me bring it in. Let me bringing this in, one again, let me call you by your government. Elton E. Williams, I want to thank you for joining us today on this episode.
Yeah, this is I belong here.
Yeah, this is good. This is nice. If you seen the subliminal messages and hints, there is a reason why the lettering of today's episode is yellow, and that is because the number 1 cartoon of all time is We got you with the recap, Quinn. The number 1 cartoon of all time is The Simpsons. We're gonna recap them before we head out, Quinn. So don't worry. Let's just talk about The Simpsons. You can't argue this. Started off as a little side segment on the what was her name?
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy what?
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman show. The Tracy Ullman show. Horrible animation.
Yeah.
Just rough. But going on to be one of the longest running cartoons of all time. No stops. I mean, this was out when we were children.
Yeah.
Bart Simpson is, again, he's Bart Simpson's on that Mount Rushmore of cartoon figures. Like, you're gonna put Bart Simpson on there, Eat My Shorts, all that stuff. Like, who didn't have anything? Right. But let me not go on a rant. Hey, you got the shirt on. See, hit it.
I like Butterfinger candy bars because of Bart Simpson.
Butterfinger candy, yes.
Okay. The Simpsons has one of the greatest cabinet arcade games.
Awesome. Yes.
Yep.
I used to want my mama to take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, Showbiz, as he was originally called, just so I could play that Simpsons arcade game.
He had the skateboard.
Marge had the vacuum. Homer had the bowling ball, and Lisa had the saxophone.
Yeah.
The Simpsons has been stated to have predicted some of the greatest and the worst things that has happened in the world. Don't know how they've always seemed to get it right, but from Super Bowls to presidents to assassinations, the Simpsons have always been ahead of the curve. I think next to 60 Minutes, they're the longest running show in TV history.
Go ahead, Tony.
Wow. No. Yeah. Yes. Simpsons is great. It was kind of for its time. Before Family Guy and although it was the first one. Like, whoa, they're kind of pushing the envelope. It's like an adult cartoon. Go ahead.
Right. No, I agree with that's exactly what I wanted to say. If there's no Simpsons, there's no Family Guy.
Exactly.
Like you can't do what you're doing. Like there is child abuse and domestic violence all in The Simpsons. Like you can't do that, especially not in 1990. Like it's crazy. Like it was so edgy at that time. Literally, you had the Treehouse of Horror every like when it was in his bag in the Treehouse of Horror episode. Like people watch that. Like I gotta watch the Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah,
like, it is a real thing. Yes, The Simpsons is the number one cartoon of all time. They're just iconic. They haven't stopped. They're still going, even though people aren't watching them as religiously as they used to. Just because I think the change in humor, things are edgier, things are grittier now. But
so
now. Say it again.
Watching The Simpsons now, it's so tame. It's like,
yeah, it's super tame. It's like watching a Saturday morning cartoon at this point, but it wasn't always like that. But it's still going, and the voice actors on this are getting a bag.
Oh,
like they're getting an entire bag on this. So yes, let's do a quick run through of what we just went through, and then we're gonna close it out because we've been here for a minute. Number 25 off screen, Darkwing Duck. Let me get them off the screen. Let me get Simpsons off the screen. Number 24 was Thundercats. Tony says debatable. 23 was Tiny Toon Adventures. 22 was Rugrats. 21 was Ren and Stimpy. 20 is Garfield. 19 is the Smurfs. 18 is Family Guy. 17 is G.I. Joe. 16 was Spider-Man. 15 was Dragon Ball Z. 14 was the Jetsons. 13 was the Flintstones. 12 was Batman, the animated series. 11 was SpongeBob. 10 was Alvin and the Chipmunks. 9 was Tom and Jerry. 8 was X-Men. 7 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 6 is Transformers. 5 is Scooby-Doo. 4 is DuckTales. 3 was South Park. 2 was Looney Tunes. Number 1 cartoon of all time is The Simpsons. Yeah.
One is
hold on. Quinn says he can't argue with most of the list, but one big one is missing. Which one is that, Quinn? Because it might have been on yesterday's.
I should know this. I think it's so.
Put it in the comments so you can tell us, so we can see which one it is.
What would be his thing? I should know this.
He got to put it in. So while we're waiting on that comment,
Heathcliff
and He-Man are already, they were on yesterday's.
That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, Heathcliff or He-Man. Once he puts it in,
Boondocks also on yesterday.
Oh, Boondocks was on yesterday. Boondocks was 36. Boondocks was 36 yesterday, so it was definitely on yesterday's show, the Boondocks. But if you like Boondocks, you're gonna like what I'm going to tell you next as we exit. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining in. Cirque Money brought this idea up, and I loved it. And originally we were going to do 10, the top 10 comic cartoons, and there was just no way. There was no way just to name 10 of them. So we went further, and we said we're going to do 50. We're going to do a 2-part 2-day episode. And it's been fun. It takes me back, hearing shit that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, between time, it made me create a passion project. And at first, it was like I was just playing around. But then the way the brain worked, it's like, well, shit, I think I can actually make this happen. So, not this year, Q1 2026. I want everybody to be out. This I Snuck in Here podcast presents Sneaky Links, a Culture Clubhouse cartoon.
Hey.
It's coming. Oh, it's damn sure coming. If you like the Boondocks, if you like Family Guy, you're gonna like what we're whipping up with this cartoon. So we're not gonna rush it. It's not coming out next month. It's not coming out 2 months from now, but it's definitely dropping. Just give us a second. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be edgy. It's definitely gonna be for the adults in the room. So let's I'm super excited about this project. I feel like we're always trying to shift and move on and try new shit with this podcast and what we do. And this is just another level and another venue and entertainment that we're going to go to. That's what we got. I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's start with Tony. Anything you need to tell the people, talk to the people out there, and say your goodbyes.
I just want to say thank you guys for having me on. It was fun. I like everything you had on the list. I moved some stuff around, but you put them all up there. We talked through it. Y'all know how we feel. Working on some projects. Almost got Book of Kane film produced, and you're in and everything. So that's coming out pretty soon. So we'll be letting the people know.
Okay. Always a pleasure, my boy.
I can't wait. When this dropping?
Yeah, we're working. I'll let you get a little
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Cirque Money, my boy. This was fun. Thanks for the idea. Again, tell the people where they can find you, man.
They can find me on all social media platforms at Cirque Money. And the greatest thing that I'm looking forward to with the Sneaky Links project is Q said that I can say nigga 1,000 times. So I get to be in my ultimate ignorant mode on this project, and I'm so looking forward to that.
I feel like Lil Cirque is gonna be that character that like that baby from Bebe's Kids. Like I feel like that's gonna be the idea of your character. Like I'm excited. I don't know what my character gonna be like, but I'm excited to do it. But let me wrap it up and we get up out of here. So again, hey, I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm tired of shit. It was a lot of uploading and finding theme musics and all that stuff, but we do it because we love it and we appreciate y'all coming in and checking out the list with us. So thank y'all for tuning in to the I Snuck in Here podcast. We appreciate y'all sneaking in, and when you sneak out, don't get caught by the cops.